Today I'm gonna talk about how to kill Dhuum as a new player. It's one of the toughest bosses in the current raids of Guild Wars 2. We start off by killing these skeletons, and by doing so preventing the skeletons from reaching the Reapers and killing them. You'll also notice some tiny spiders spawning near the center of the arena. These spiders are vulnerable to condition damages and can be cleaved by a group as they walk past them. So it's nothing much to worry about, but it's good to keep an eye on them. Here we have these messengers running around. They have this aggro mechanic, meaning that they'll follow and attack the first person who attacked them and remain aggroed until they disappear or self-destruct after 20 seconds or so. If anyone in the team accidentally touched a messenger first, they'll need to kite it away from the group until it disappears. Here we have the green circle mechanic that, if not done properly, could wipe the whole team. I'll just briefly explain how it works here. The green circles spawn every 30 seconds and one player needs to stand on the green circle when it disappears, or everybody dies instantly. The player standing in the green will then be teleported up into the air to collect the orbs. The player assigned to the greens will have 15 seconds to collect 5 orbs, one of which should be a big orb. If any of the green player missed catching a big orb, he or she will need to tell the group right away so that the rest of the team can prepare for the extra skeleton, the enforcer. If you're a new player, just try to avoid the green mechanic roll altogether, as this is a major mechanic that could cause a wipe if not done correctly. Another mechanic in this fight is that one of the players other than the tank will be selected to carry a bomb. The selected player will glow green, and a timer will appear above his head. A special action key will also appear on his bar, which allows this player to detonate the bomb before the timer ends. So what he has to do is carry the bomb far away from the group to the opposite side of the arena and then use the special action key to detonate the bomb. In this case, what ended up happening is that instead of the person carrying the bomb moving away from the team actually moved away from the bomber. But either way will work depending on the situation. So finally, the group gets to fight Dhuum himself, starting at around 8 minutes on the fight clock. Dhuum will come down from his throne and walk towards the tank. The tank will kite him to a corner where only the tank will be facing him. Everybody else will stand behind Dhuum to avoid his auto attacks. Dhuum's second attack comes when he turns around towards the center of the arena and slams his weapon down into the ground, creating several cracks. And these cracks will then turn green seconds later. Now if any of the team members happens to be standing on the glowing green cracks, they'll get feared. And this fear will last a very long time, so be sure to stun break out of it. Here you'll see the first soul splitting mechanic, where the boss will disappear into the ground and then reappear from under a random player and out with an AoE circle. If players don't dodge out of the orange AoE in time before the inner orange circle reaches the outer circle, Dhuum will split your body from your soul and you'll need to reunite with your soul within a few seconds or you'll die. Dhuum will leave behind a greenish AoE field that instantly kills anyone stepping in it. Note that the player who've lost their souls can actually run across the green AoE circle to get to their soul, but if the soul is actually located inside the green AoE, then that player stepping into the AoE will instantly die. Luckily, my soul was outside the green AoE and I was able to reach it in time. Here I did not run across the green AoE field to get to my soul, because from my camera angle at that time I wasn't sure if my soul was inside or outside of the circle. Now you'll see the second type of the soul split mechanic. This one cannot be dodged. The boss will disappear into the ground and teleport to the middle of the arena. What you have to do here is to make sure that you position yourself to face the boss and put your back very close to and against the wall. This way you'll only be knocked back a short distance from your soul, so that you can then easily reunite with your soul after being knocked back towards the wall. After the soul split, Dhuum will start sucking people into him at the center of the arena, so make sure you're close to the wall and not near the center when this happens. If you get sucked in, you'll die. Starting at 60% of boss health and every 5% after that, you'll encounter a new mechanic called Shackles. Two players closest to each other's AoE attack will be shackled together. A bright chain will then appear connecting you to the other player. When this happens, two players need to run away from each other, essentially, until the chain breaks. Now that we've seen all the major mechanics in this fight, the next couple minutes until we reach 10% of the boss HP, the group will just repeat the same mechanics that we've encountered earlier in this fight. Once we reach 10%, the fight timer resets to 1 minute and 45 seconds, which means that you'll need to kill this boss within the next 1 minute and 45 seconds. At this point, all players will get lifted up into the air to collect 5 orbs each. There's no need to rush this part, as we'll have enough time to collect. Do not fly into the center beam like I did in this footage, because you'll get instantly killed. Once you have 5 orbs, it will be teleport it down to the center of the room inside an orange bubble. Just wait for everyone to finish collecting, and then 7 players will run out to each of the 7 seals and interact with it, and then once they're done, run back to the bubble. You'll only have a few seconds after that to damage the boss before he becomes immune, at which point you'll repeat this whole process again. So 7 players go out and interact with the seal and then come back. So with good DPS, you'll only need to repeat this once in order to kill them.